If you are interested in seeing how I was able to pluck this hairline to look this natural, be sure to keep on watching. Alright, so I've gotten a few requests for me to do a plucking tutorial, which was coming anyway, but we just speeded her up and brought her to y'all a little early. So in order to pluck your wig, which is super necessary to make your wig look natural, less bulky, all of that good stuff, you want to make sure you have a comb, a spray bottle, and slant tip tweezers. Now the spray bottle is definitely optional. I like to pluck my wigs when they're wet, and then I go back in once it's dry and do dry plucks at the end, just to, you know, really see what I'm working with after I've done most of my plucking already. Now here in this clip, you'll see that I'm going to go ahead and pluck according to my hairline first. So I'm just going to remove that first, like, I don't know, like that first centimeter of hair. It's very unnecessary for my hairline, so I just remove that and I just, you know, pluck that out. Now, while we're doing that, I just want you guys to know that if you bleach your knots before plucking, it'll be much easier to remove the knots, remove the hairs from the lace. Because when you bleach your knots, you're essentially softening the hair. It makes it so much easier. I hope you understand what I'm saying, because when you do it, you'll realize exactly what I'm saying. Okay, so now I'm just gonna part out like not an inch, but some hair in the front, and that's pretty much gonna be my safe zone. So like if I'm going crazy behind this part, it's like this hair in the front will, you know, save me pretty much. So I'm just gonna part that out and we will get to the plucking. And as for the hair that I pull out, I'm going to T-pin that to the dome head so that I have that tension in the front, and then I'll show you guys how I get the tension in the back to make plucking much easier for me. So now I'm just going to go ahead and take my spray bottle and really coat the hair. I just feel like plucking on wet hair is so much faster, and you know, it's just easier for me. I feel like plucking dry from jump, it just takes longer. It doesn't change the outcome in my opinion, but it just takes longer, and I'm in a rush. I'm sorry, but I'm in a rush. This is what the slant tip tweezer looks like. And now to actually start plucking, first thing first, your slant should be parallel to the dome head. I hope that's correct, but I think it is. Yeah, it should be parallel to the dome head. And when you are plucking, you should be closing on the knot to literally pull that knot out. If you do anything else, you will be shortening the hairs, or you will pluck the hairs, leaving the actual knot on the lace, which will still defeat the purpose of what, you know, what we plucking. We not here to just be plucking the hairs. We need to pluck the full knot from the lace. And if y'all pay attention to the arm with the bracelet on it, I'm using that hand to cause tension from the back while there's tension in the front, so it makes it easier for me to see what I'm plucking, and it's easier to pull the hairs. And you want to smooth it out to see what you're working with. Now, when I was initially learning on YouTube, which was like maybe a year or two ago, they used to like to tell us to do like 2 plucks and then move so you don't cause balding. I personally just like to pluck to my liking. So like if I feel like I need to stay in an area, I'll stay in that area and then move around. You really want to see the thinning. Like it has to be to your liking. It's about you and how you like your wig to look. So if you feel like you would like it a little more spacious in between the hairs, stay in that section. What I will say is don't stay too long. You have to pay attention so that you can see if you're giving your girl a bald spot or not. And as for my last few tips, so the first one would be make sure you're not plucking too deep into the wig. I used to pluck like nearly halfway into the wig, and I would part it off from the half point, pluck back, and then part from that piece forward. And that's how I ended up with like it just looking super, super thin. And some people like that, but I realized that I didn't like that. So I only make one part, and I just pluck from there and into the front of the hairline, if you understand what I'm saying. And as for my last tip, if you pay attention closely, I am doing an open and close method. I mean, that's just essentially what you're doing with the tweezer in general, but like if you drag it, you won't be pulling the knot. You have to actually open the tweezer, close it on the knot, and pluck it out. You can't just drag it. It's not going to make a difference, or you'll just be shortening the hairs as previously stated. So you want to make sure you're actually closing on that knot and plucking it out. Always remember, take your time. There's no rush. Now for me, I'm always in a rush. But for you, especially if you're just learning, take your time. Like, there's no rush, and when you take your time, you get better outcome. I did leave this video in its full entirety, so if you'd like to keep on watching, you can see the final result. But yeah, I hope these tips help you, and I hope this video is helpful for you. Please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And when you comment, please let me know what you think about this tutorial, if it was detailed enough, if it wasn't detailed enough, and I'll be sure to fix up for y'all. So thanks for watching.
Hold on, fuck that.
Listen, seeing you got ritualistic, cleansing my soul of addiction for now, 'cause I'm falling apart. Tension between us just like big fences. You got issues that I won't mention for now, 'cause we're falling apart. Trust from the distance. I think we should rule out commitment for now, 'cause we're falling apart. Leaving, you're just doing that to keep it. Don't pick up the pieces, just leave it for now. You keep falling apart. pay? You pay for the day, or pay for the night. You not my wife. She wanna care, so fuck all night. So fuck all night. So fuck all night. I did some. I did some wrong. I tell you wrong, but I'm always right. But I know how to shoot, and I know how to fight. I tell you once, I'll tell you twice. I'm real as street, like a thief in the night. I did some wrong, but I'm always right. But I know how to shoot, and I know how to fight. I tell you once, I'll tell you twice. I'm real as street, like a thief in the night. If I call you home, I did some wrong. I did some wrong. Almost tell you, almost won't tell you, almost 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 tell you. If I call you babe, you pay for the day, or pay for the night. You not my wife. She wanna care, so fuck all night, so fuck all night. So fuck all night. I did some.